Vlydo. The launch, obviously, of Vlydo has ended. No one can get in right now. So you guys have got in, and you've got in at a one-off cost. So very exciting stuff, and very good to know that. So, all right. Seeing some... Hey, yes, coming in. Good to be here. Fantastic. Scott, welcome. Welcome, guys. A lot of familiar faces. Dwayne, welcome. Joy, welcome. David, welcome. Scott, welcome. Excellent. We've got a lot of people on the call today, and it's going to be a really exciting webinar. There's going to be a lot shared. So I'm really keen to get into this and show you a lot of what's available, and also cover a couple of questions, a few questions that you may have about the software, and help you improve your promotions with the software as well. So let me just pop up this, and you'll be able to see this on my screen right now, hopefully. Cool. So Vlydo was created, and it's a system for basically going ahead and creating videos, not only videos, but also video playlists. Who's actually had the chance at the moment to go in here and dig in and have a look at Vlydo itself? Put a yes in the box if you've had that opportunity. Plenty of yeses coming in. Very cool, very cool. All right, some no's, some yeses. If you haven't yet had the chance, I encourage you to obviously go ahead and open it up today. It's a software that's very complete. It has a lot inside of it, packed inside of it, and it really is the only video player that you'll need. All right, you won't really need any other video players than this. It does it all. It'll do opt-ins. It'll do, it'll do pop-ups, it'll do ads, it will do, a lot of other things among the playlist feature, which is probably one of my favorite features in this platform. So if you've got the developer rights, you can use this with clients. You can go out and use this in your own business, and it's a really cool piece of software that you can go out and use. Now, what we're going to cover today is I'm going to first of all give you a demonstration of the software in action. I'm going to show you how the software works, how you can set up some campaigns with it, the video side of things. Then I'll show you the playlist side of things. So you'll learn how to set up playlists that look great and that people are really interested in watching, engaging with, and why those playlists can be so important. And then after that, what I'm going to be able to do is show you a new project we're working on at the moment that kind of fits in with what Vlydo does and might be able to help your business as well. We're looking for beta testers, so if you stick on to the end, you'll get to see a preview of what this looks like and have a look whether this is something that you want to look at as well. Cool, and yes, that is correct. This is a player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through now, and I'm actually going to give you a quick tour around the system that you've got access to today. And then what we'll do is I'll answer any questions that you have that are relevant to the particular places or parts that I'm showing you on this call, and then we can go through there. All right, so let me just share my screen. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen right now, and I'll let you have a look at this right now. Cool. All right, so everyone can see this. This is the home page of Vlydo right now. Put a 1 in the box if you can successfully see this right now. Awesome. All right, I'm getting a ton of ones. Very cool. So my goal of this is I want to be able to give you all the information right here so you can review this webinar, you can go over the training, and hopefully I can give you some ideas as well about how you can use different components of the software in your business. First of all, the stats panel. You can see stats are an important piece of any video marketing. And in particular, Vlydo stats are really important because they give you quite a bit of information, useful information. Say, for example, you can actually see the countries where people are visited from. So you can actually get a feel for whereabouts people are visiting your website based on this particular country graph here. You can zoom out, you can zoom in, all sorts is possible through the system. You'd also see a breakdown of the different stats of your player. Okay, so how many views your player is getting and how many people are actually playing. In this example, you can see over 1,000 people actually went ahead and viewed the page, but only 420 played it, which is actually quite a high ratio. About 40% of people actually went ahead and followed through and played after visiting the website, which is a really good stat to know. You can also see unique visitors, you can see plays, you can see opt-in forms, conversions, Facebook buttons clicked, email buttons clicked, Twitter buttons clicked, share buttons clicked, like buttons clicked, link buttons clicked, and home buttons clicked as well. Now, when you first get in this system, there is a training system, all right? So if you're not familiar with Vlydo, if you want to learn the ins and outs of Vlydo, which I encourage you to do, click on the documentation in Vlydo right here. We got a number of videos created as well as some step-by-step guides for you to actually walk through the process of going ahead and getting started with Vlydo. It's all quite detailed, and if you go into here, you'll be able to learn what you need to know about the player and about how to get started with the player, which should be quite useful as well. Cool. All right. Now, I don't believe you can do a breakdown of states inside of the United States. You can only do, an overview of the United States itself. I'll zoom in just to show you here, but it's just by country. So, you can search around, but chances are it's just going to be, the United States. So first step is once you've gone through the documentation, support is available here. If you need any help with support, then the team is there to help. And if you, for whatever reason, need to reach out and get additional support, you can always do that as well. We're available to help, and we're really working hard to make sure that the software is as good as it possibly can be. So please do feel free to reach out. Now, the next step is to click Add New Video. The great thing about this system is it's so flexible. You probably saw by the demonstration that you can actually do quite a bit with this software. It's not just a video player. It actually gives you the ability to add opt-ins. It can be a lead generator for you. It can help you generate more traffic, and it can help you lock off your videos. All right, so you can actually lock the videos off if you are including them in a members area and prevent people from downloading or viewing if they're actually not a member, which is really, really cool. Also, and as Colin's saying as well, the Facebook side of things, this works on Facebook, all right? So you can actually post your videos on Facebook, and if you got the upgrade, who actually got the OTO 2 upgrade, put a 1 in the box if you actually went ahead and got that OTO 2 upgrade. So if you got that upgrade, what I'll show you today is the call to action pop-up that pops over on Facebook and how to set that up, and a really, really cool feature that I think you'll like. So, all right. Cool, getting a ton of ones coming in, fantastic. Okay, so let me go and walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through this, and then after we'll answer questions. I'll answer questions of the video, and then we'll go into the playlist feature, and I'll answer questions about that, and then we can go and have a look at some of the other additional pro features inside of the package. The first thing that stands out, and this is the pro feature, is the allow ads. You can actually allow ads inside the player. If you want to start an ad, you click yes, and you go through and you can actually select from a number or an ad as you go through that process. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it off for now, and in the training it actually goes through the ads component and how to do all the details relating to that. So let's just type in Vlydo example ad here today. Cool. I'm the author, and this is just really for only our reference. It's not for anyone else's. We've got our playlists here, so we can choose if we want to add a video to a playlist, but we're going to be doing that later on, so there's no point in doing that now. Then you've got selections such as minimum age, external domain access, and publish. These are all really important features. If you've got something that is content that should be for an R18 audience, or maybe it's an offer and you don't want to allow people to view it who aren't 18, you can actually set a limit. So someone actually has to type in their birth date in order for it to show, which is quite cool. Then you've got the external domain access. If you wanted to say, no, I don't want to grant external domain access, the video page that you put the video on will mean that that's the only page that the video will be able to be placed on. Then you've got publish, or you've got draft. Click next. Now it comes to the integration with a bunch of other systems. All right, so one of the things with video, and you'll probably already know this, is that there are a number of different video sites around the web for storing videos. Say, for example, I use Amazon S3 for most of the videos that I host online. The reason that I use Amazon S3, you can probably guess it, is that it is a really low cost system. All right, it costs me, we must get about, it must be close to about 100,000, if not more, video plays that happen per month at the moment in our business. So for that, we pay about $180 on a monthly basis. So you can sort of see, if you're dealing with a larger volume, then you're going to pay a bit of money. But if you're dealing with a smaller volume, say, for example, when I was first starting out, I had a membership site. I was making maybe $10,000 a month, and I had about, I didn't have that much. I was getting charged, I think, between $28 and $76 some month. So it wasn't a lot, not a big cost. So if you don't yet have Amazon S3, get Amazon S3, which kind of brings me on to the next point, but I'll cover that a bit later on. So first, source. We choose a source. Now this can be a YouTube link, so we could actually go across, if we wanted to, we could go across to YouTube. We could grab a link and we could, embed it from YouTube if we wanted to. So it'll work with YouTube as well. Let's have a look at this. We've got there's a Rugby World Cup at the moment on, and I've been watching all these different YouTube videos about rugby because I really enjoy rugby. New Zealand is doing really well in the World Cup right now. We're into the semi-finals and it's happening on Saturday. So I've been watching a lot of videos, but you can add a YouTube video like this and you just click, next, add new video. I'm not going to do that today. I'm actually going to show you how you would upload an Amazon S3 video. So to upload an Amazon S3 video, you first of all need to integrate Amazon S3. Now that does, sound a little difficult, but it is quite basic. All right, it's quite basic. You probably can just do it through the documentation section. You just need to grab the API key from Amazon. All right, you can Google it, and there's some good information on there. You go into log into your Amazon S3 account, go into security credentials, and grab your code. It's as easy as that. It's not very difficult. Then select which folder you want to grab a video from. So if you've already pre-uploaded all your videos into Amazon S3, has anyone done that? Put a 1 in the box if you've actually pre-uploaded a lot of videos already. Put a 1. Some of you will have, some of you won't have. Cool, getting a number 1, so cool, many more than I thought have actually done that. And so if you've done that, you can just go through, you can select which video you want, and as you can see, the source up here is populated. It also gives you an indication of where these videos are going to work. So down here, obviously, it's going to work on these different devices. So we could select that. If we wanted to upload a new video, we click upload, we go across, and we could grab a video. Now, I don't think I have any. If I go to desktop, I think this is a promotion I was doing recently. Maybe this will work. Yeah, all right. Let's do that. All right. So we'd upload it, and it's going to upload and go ahead and upload. Now, depending on the size of the video, it'll either be slow or it'll be quick. This video is 54 megs, I believe, 54 megabytes. So you can see it's, depending on what kind of internet connection you've got, it will load reasonably fast. So, yeah. Also, we've got the ability to look at our videos in Google Drive and import them into the video player. You've also got Dropbox, and you can use these 4 different systems to basically upload videos into the system, making it really quite flexible. So, for example, if you use Easy Web Video, like John is, then yeah, you could import your videos from Easy Web Video and you could import them into the system. There's a lot of features that Vlydo has that Easy Web Video Player might not have, so you might actually want to take some of your videos and put them over across and go ahead. Now, Vimeo, I don't believe we integrate with. The reason we don't integrate with Vimeo is we were integrated with them, but then they brought around a bunch of changes about a month ago, and we haven't yet been able to finish that component. I think the guys are working on it, but there are a number of improvements and features we're still looking to add in, and this is a long-term video player. It's been probably about a year in the making that it's been worked on, so rest assured, any new features, anything like that are being worked on right now. So here we are, we've uploaded our video, it's automatically added it as a source, or actually it's uploaded it here, one sec. So which video is uploading again? I was uploading there it is, Channel Authority Builder. All right, so I click on this, and you'll see here that it now has the URL auto-populated as the source. So that's positive, that's what we wanted. So then we click next. Now, if we wanted to upload multiple videos, you could literally, upload 10 different videos if you wanted to. Go again, grab the details, and, go ahead and grab another video. We won't do that for this example, but you get the point. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and we're going to upload a thumbnail, and yep, I'll answer that question at the end. It's a good question about channel authority and Vlydo and how those products work together, but I'll remind me at the end to answer that. Good question. Cool. All right, so we can add a thumbnail. Now, this is a new feature, YouTube. You can grab a thumbnail from YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and upload a thumbnail that I've prepared earlier. So I go across to my screenshots, no, Dropbox. I think it's a Dropbox. And I'm going to go and search thumbnail. Thumb, hopefully spelled right. All right, where are we? Thumbnail. Oh, it always happens that way. I pre-prepared something earlier, so I'm not sure why it wouldn't be loading. Let's see if it, okay, it's not doing it. 1 second. I'll just actually just search through really quickly and see if I can find this thumbnail example that I had prepared. So the thumbnail itself, it needs to be a particular size. You are probably going to be better off designing this with a designer or doing a custom work. Does anyone have a an image creation software? Put a 1 in the box if you have some sort of image creation software, which might work quite well. There's a number of them out there that could actually do, the task for you of creating one of these thumbnails. I usually just grab a designer. There it is. Okay, and he does it. So this is like a average typical thumbnail. It's just the logo of what it is that you're looking to communicate through the video, and you can resize it as you're seeing. I'm resizing it right now, and we want to make it so it covers the whole video at least. That'll do. We click done. And then we go to the large thumbnail and do the same for that one as well. So again, we're choosing the file, we're going ahead, we're uploading it, and we're grabbing our thumbnail here. We're then going and clicking open, and we're able to insert this into our thumbnail. So before someone plays a video, now this thumbnail will show up over the video. And also if we use a playlist, we've got this small thumbnail here, which will present itself on the playlist structure as well. Really straightforward, but it does make a big difference, and it makes you look, it'll make you look really professional. And think about this, if you're doing a module on a membership website or in a product or doing this for a client, this stuff's important and they want to be able to see that. So it is quite important. All right, cool. We click next. Now what we've got is the .srt file. Now the .srt file is if you have any reason to do captions on your video. So say for example you're translating something, or you wanted to get a clear translation. Sometimes different languages have trouble understanding other languages, and maybe you want to add a caption to the bottom of that. This will do it. You can upload one of those files and do that. I won't do it today. And then if we want to, we can actually enable different opt-in features. All right, we can enable different opt-in features in our video. We can also select from a number of different autoresponders. We could choose from Aweber, GetResponse, or any of the other autoresponders, the main autoresponders that you might be using right now. Now, the reason that we want to obviously use an autoresponder is that if we can generate more leads, we have more potential to make more money. Is everyone clear on that? That, if you can generate leads online, you can make money. My first outing into online marketing when I was getting started, I actually went ahead and I was able to generate 3,000 leads before I had even created a product. The way that I did it is I went out and I wrote a quick guide and I started posting it around the web. And people started downloading it. I also put an opt-in page up. So before people downloaded it, they had to give me their email address. And over time, what happened is I started generating, first of all, a number of people into my subscriber list. And when I did finally release a product or promote a product to my subscriber list, I suddenly made a lot of money because, people had received my information, they knew it was good, they trusted me, and they were willing to buy something from me at a cost. And that's what you should be aiming to do as well. If you're looking to sell products or services online, there is no easier way than to go out there and and do just that. Go and present yourself with the product, or give away something to add value to someone or help their business in some way, and in return, you're able to then yourself benefit. So that's how you can kind of use this opt-in feature. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a quick example of this opt-in feature example right now. 1 second, I'll just grab it. Won't be a moment. Cool. All right, I think this is it. Won't be a moment. Just grabbing this example for you. Cool, I think this will do. All right, so it's kind of clear. Now the optimal size for the thumbnail is actually underneath the video thumbnail, underneath the thumbnail. So you'll be able to see that. Now, Joanne, if you're looking to upload a video from Vimeo, you would have to actually download that video before uploading it and upload it into another service, because Vimeo is in particular very hard to work with at the moment. I'm not sure why, but they've done something and it's made it very difficult for us to work with them. So that's the problem with it. All right, so back to my screen. All right, so this is a video that I prepared earlier, and it's an example, a quick example of how the opt-in can be used inside of a video. So in just a moment, it's going to pop up a video or basically a opt-in, and say, for example, our audience is watching some information, and we say, hey, if you'd like to see the rest of this video, opt in from like here down below. And then it goes to the opt-in, and then you continue the video. So I can opt in. Now, at this point, we have two different options. We could either redirect this person back to the video, or we could open up a new tab and encourage this person to buy an affiliate marketing product from us through ClickBank or another type of site, or we could actually go ahead and we could try and continue with the video like I'm doing right now. We've actually selected to continue with the video, and then the video will continue. So you see how that works? This is what we're doing right here, all right? In this demonstration that I'm showing you right now, that's what we're setting up. We've enabled it, we've prevented them from skipping, we've added our autoresponder. Now we're going to add a title, which might be autoresponder in this case, an example. And then we can say, get access can be the button number or the button name. And we can add a URL to redirect people through. Now, if you're promoting an affiliate marketing offer or your own product, you might want to add this and put this pop-up at the end of the video so people have the opportunity at the end of the video to opt in, or even at the beginning of the video. Cool. So I'm going to select the beginning of the video as well and then click next. All right, now we're into the traffic generation section of this. You have an option to share to watch. You have the option to complete an action. Or we can skip that, and you can have a play around with that. And we can add different types of ads to our system. So this is a video ad. This is an ad image URL. Now this particular image ad URL, if we click yes, it's actually going to, when the video is paused, pop up an advertisement that people can click through and buy. So you might have an ad that comes up with an affiliate marketing product, your own product, a client's product, anything like that could be added in here. Or if you wanted to select yes on this, you'd put a video link in here. All right, so then we've reached the end of our video creation process. You don't have to take all of these steps, but I wanted to take all of them to show you today, how these worked and what they were. So once we've done that, we click Add New Video. It's been added. We've successfully added our video. If we were to go to then Videos, or Video, we can then find our video, which will be already added to the system, and we can grab what's called an embed code, and we can use that with our video. So here it is here, Vlydo demonstration. We'll go across, we'll click on Edit. Edit. And it's going to load up. My internet's playing up a little bit, so we'll just go Edit. Cool, and as you can see here, we've got preview and embed. So click on that, and you've got your data for your embed, all right, where you can actually embed this video. Video preview, it'll show you a preview of the video, and it will also give you the codes that you'll need to embed this. Now my internet's playing up a bit, I apologize. I'm not sure why it's slowing down a bit, but it's taking a bit longer than it should be. You can then from this section choose what size you want. You can choose the code. You can grab the code here, which is Flash HTML5, and down below, as you'll see, you can actually go ahead and you can add a if you want to, you can add this video to Facebook. It gives you a Facebook URL. Now that Facebook URL, all you need to do with it is add it into Facebook, basically just add it into your Facebook page, and it's going to pop up for you. Now I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Just going to wait for my Facebook to stop playing up. Fingers crossed. Cool, I think it's solved. All right, and as you can see here, we've got the video in Facebook, and if you've got the OTO2 that I mentioned before, what it's going to do is it'll play the video inside of Facebook, and then it's going to then present you with an opt-in. Cool, and there we go. And again, we could have it redirect, we could have it, the email entered in, and we could, if we wanted to, have it leading to wherever we wanted to, or we could just have it leading to the video so it plays the rest of the video. All right, so that's the video creation process. This can be added into any HTML site, WordPress blog. The code can be entered into anywhere where you want to add a video into your website. So really quite handy. And yes, it's mobile responsive as well, and it should work on mobile devices. It says, as it says on, it works on Android devices. I haven't yet tried it on an Apple, but from what I've seen, it should work on an Apple device as well. Now, right now on this player, I don't believe there is a place to place a retargeting pixel. Good idea. I don't believe there is right now a way to place a retargeting pixel. I'll just have a quick look, but from I don't think the guys have added that in yet. No, it doesn't appear that they have. Next question. Any way to stop people putting in a fake email address? Yes. Offer them something for free, and this is the best way. Offer them something for free that's valuable, so they actually want it, and then make sure that you've got them on double opt-in. So they have to actually confirm their email address in order to get the free item. That's what I would do. Is there a way to head? This is way over my head as a newbie. Please tell me. Yes, there will be a recording. Nicola, you'll be able to go over this. Nicola, you'll be able to go over this over and over again. Are you able to download the video you just created for direct upload to Facebook? Are you able to download the video you just created to direct upload for direct upload to? You can, yeah, I could do that if I had the rights to use it. Yep, there would be no problem with that, as long as you got the rights. Now we're also going to have, and I've just got this from the developer, we're also going to have a pixel retargeting system built into this very soon. So it will have a pixel system very soon, and a number of other tools as well. They're just in the works at the moment, and I just heard from the creator, Marius, and he's just said that they've got that in the works, and it will be available very soon. Why is it called Vlydo, George? I'm not sure. That's one for Marius. Can I see you put that JavaScript onto a WordPress page? Yep, no problem there. I'll show that demonstration in just a second. I'll show you the playlist feature first, then I'll go ahead and I'll embed that onto a WordPress page. I'll embed the playlist onto a WordPress page at the end just so you can see that. All right, now I'll take 3 more questions and then we'll keep moving. I've got quite a bit to cover today and we'll be able to cover more at the end. How do you configure the autoresponder? I have GetResponse at the moment and I'm having trouble getting it to work. Now the best thing you can do is probably email support in that situation. If you've gone through the training, you should be able to integrate it through our API or our settings integration right here. So if you go into integration, and we go into here, autoresponder, you'll be able to go through custom. You basically just need to add your HTML code in here. So see that title and then add the HTML code. Now if that's not working, it might be that the code is the wrong type of code, and if that's the case, just give us an email in support and we'll be able to show you where you can get the right type of code for this. It's not a difficult procedure. It's, on most of these types of softwares where there is some sort of opt-in component, there is that, this is available. Stephen, okay, no problem. Give me an email here. Just submit this question here, 1 second. For some reason, it's not letting me submit a question. Okay, cool. So if you do have any issues or if there's any problems, give me an email here on Sandback Support. There is a support desk. If it's a technical query, I'll forward you on to the right support desk, but if it's a general inquiry, give us an email here. We'll be able to help out. Cool. All right, we'll take one more question, and then I'll get on with the rest of the demonstration. Now, I've got a couple of people saying that they've not received a response from support yet after emailing in. We've just come out of a launch period for this, so if you haven't yet received a response, you should receive one very soon. We'll dive in after this webinar, and I'm going to have a look myself. But if you don't receive a response and you want a response, and just send your ticket ID to sambackersupport.com, and we'll take a look at it for you. Cool, and I've just got a message from Marius that they're working through the support tickets at the moment, and every single support ticket will be answered within the next probably 24 to 48 hours. Cool, and one of the reasons for that is obviously there's a lot of questions coming in at the moment after the launch. Cool. Now, there's a few features that you'll see, and there's a good question here. Someone's seen an option that's not available in your account yet. There's a few features here with upgraded features that we haven't yet added to your accounts. We're actually working on a number of upgrades, and some of those will be added to your accounts very soon. But if you see something here that's not yet in your account, chances are it's something that we're testing at the moment, working on, and will be available in your account very soon. All right, so are you ready for playlists? Put a 1 in the box if you're ready for playlists right now. And then we'll answer some more questions after this section. The playlists is one of probably the best features. It's one of the features that I really love about the software. The reason that I really love it is that YouTube, and I learned this just the other day. I've been doing a lot of research into YouTube advertising, as I'm sure many of you have as well. And YouTube has actually brought out some stats recently that said that 80% of the traffic that's generated by the average video on YouTube comes from their suggested videos on the side. All right, so it means that 80% of people are finding videos inside of YouTube on the sidebar. Pretty cool fact. So it does emphasize again the importance of playlists. And why is this important to you, your business, and your clients? And how can you communicate this to your client? Well, it's very, very easy, because if they're not using playlists and they've got multiple videos that they're trying to showcase on their website, you now have the perfect solution, because this is a playlist system which will encourage people to watch more videos over their website over and over again, because they'll see those videos popping up in the sidebar. What that's going to do is it's going to increase your chance of generating them as a lead, increase your chance of making a sale, and it will also help you in Google, because Google will see that people are spending longer times on your website, which is only going to help you, because they'll suddenly see you as more relevant, allowing you to rank higher in the YouTube, on the Google search engine. So very, very interesting as well. So let's do it. All right, so we go add playlist. Everyone's ready? I'm seeing a ton of ones coming in, so let's click add playlist. Now, the playlist feature is the first feature that it's a really quite simple feature to use, basically. It seems kind of complicated if you're coming in here and you haven't seen a demonstration of it before, but it is very easy once you take a look. So playlist, test 1. We're going to set this as a channel. Now, these are our playlists here. So we're actually going to be creating today a mixture of these playlists here. So let me first show you what these components are. You've got your play button, all right, in the middle. You've got your video. You've got your social sharing options. These are optional. You've got your home. You've got your info. You've then got your scroll bar here to scroll through the different videos. You've got your channels up here to scroll through and choose. And you've got a search bar here to find individual or particular videos. That's how the playlist system is laid out, and that's how you can use your playlists. This is the layout of your playlists system. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. We're going to choose search input on, because we want that. We're just going to choose thumbnail on, all right, because there's actually 2 different formats for your playlist. This is one and this is another. So you can see the difference. One has images, one doesn't have images. If you want images enable images. Then click save. You can have the videos autoplay if you wanted to. We're going to choose in this example not to autoplay the videos. All right, now we're going ahead. We're adding this playlist as new. And now we're going to go ahead and add a channel. So we're going to add our first channel. What we're going to do is we're going to add channel name, playlist 1, we'll just put, all right. It might be module. Another great way of using these playlists that I haven't yet mentioned in this webinar is you can actually use these as your own membership site module. Really cool. So think about this, for example. You've got 10 training videos that you want to show people inside of your members area, right? So you can actually lock those off and have them as a playlist inside of your members area. You can actually have the modules up the top, and you can search through the different modules and have different training videos attached to each module. Is this making sense? Put a yes in the box if it's making sense. I think it's making sense. It's quite cool. It's a really easy way to set up a membership site really quickly, and you can set it up literally within the space of 5 minutes. So very, very cool. All right, add channel. We've got our first module. Let's add another one just so I can show you the differences. Module number 2. All right, not 12, number 2. All right, so we've got a couple of random, names. Now, what we can do is, if we want to, is we can choose publish. And when we click publish, it's actually going to add our channels in here. So we can choose to put our channels in draft if we wanted to, or we can just publish them. We can move them around if we don't like one in a particular place. Look at that. And we can edit it. So when we click edit, it actually will take us now to the place where we can add video content into our channel. Is everyone following? Put a 1 in the box if you're following right now. All right, cool. You're following, and it's recording, so you'll be able to see a replay of this as well at the end. Now what we do is we've got all of our videos here that we've added. Now if you haven't added any videos, nothing will show up here because you need to add videos first, all right? So you'll need to add your videos first into the player. Then click display, 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 display. Cool, we've got all our videos there displaying, and those are the videos that we'll be able to scroll through right now and use. We click save changes, all right, save changes. And that's going to go ahead and save the videos we've just added into our playlist. Now, if we want to go back and edit our playlist, add more channels or add more content to other channels, again, very, very easy to do. All we need to do is click edit. We go into this system right here. We can edit as we want, and for some reason it's taking me to the wrong place, so I'll just go back to the list again and show you this going through here. So we got a list of playlists. Not sure why it did that, but it's been saved, so it's not a problem. We go back into edit. And I have to pass that on to the developer, and then we'll go edit here as well. Okay, so we're editing now the second module, and we're going to add some more content into that second module. Cool, we'll add some more videos. Display, 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 display. Cool, there we are. I'll just remove that last one because we don't need that one. We don't need these. I think there's a bit of delay because my internet connection's playing up a bit, but hopefully it doesn't go down before the webinar. Cool, we go save changes now. Now, once we've saved changes, we are finished, all right? We've done our playlist. Now all that's left is to embed it, all right? Embedding's pretty straightforward. So let me show you how to embed it right now. Now I've got to check that I've got a right, what is it called? I'll find a page that I can embed this on. So basically we'll go back to playlists, we go list, and we go embed, all right, embed playlist. So now we've got integrated, separate, and playlist. So if we wanted to, we could just have the player as an individual player. We could have it integrated with playlists, which is this option here, which I'm going to choose. And then we can go across and actually add this into our website. So let me just load up a website of mine because someone asked earlier on that you wanted to see this being added into a blog site of mine. So let me go ahead and do that for you. All right, I'll use this one as an example. So one of the main content management systems I use in my business is Amazon S3. No, what am I doing? I use OptimizedPress 2.0. Has everyone heard of OptimizedPress 2.0? Yes, no? Okay, so OptimizedPress 2.0 is just a website builder. There are some advantages of it, but there are some disadvantages of it. One of the disadvantages is it's a really slow system, and there are better systems out there right now, in my opinion. But I do use OptimizedPress because I have a lot of my templates on there. So let's just go ahead and let's delete this, and let's add our playlist into this system right here. We'll actually go ahead and we'll make a full row for it. So, you'll have a site builder of your own, I'm sure. I highly recommend getting a site builder because it's going to make it so much easier for you to, do a lot of this stuff. So once we've done that, we go save. We've inserted our playlist into the system. We might want to change the background color, but for this example today, it's not going to matter too much. Click save, and we'll go ahead and view. And as you can see here, we now have our new playlist that's added into our system. Now I'm just waiting for it to load. Cool, and yeah, Larry, Pro Styler is a good option as well. Pro Styler is a really good option. So as you can see, it's still pending, it's still loading. My internet connection's playing up a bit, but the videos will pop up here in just a moment, and we'll have those videos that we arranged. There we are. Cool, finally it's come through. And then we've got the modules section as well, again. So we've got our 2 videos there. So we can search through, we can use the search function, and we've successfully embedded this player into our system, as you can see right here. So that's basically how the playlist system works. You can choose different formats of playlist. You could have your videos on the sidebar. You could have the videos underneath if you wanted to as well. They don't have to be on the sidebar itself. You could go back and edit this and make sure that the playlist is underneath, as you can see here in this example right here. So it really is up to you. The control is in your hands as to how you want this to look, and it's going to make it really easy to create module-based membership sites, make it really easy to create this for your clients, and do a lot of as well. And Ernest, yes, I use ClickFunnels for much of the stuff that I do now. I am a big fan of theirs. I'm not a big fan of the price, but I'm a big fan of everything else. Cool. William, that was an actual WordPress site. So if you're using another theme, what you'd want to do is you'd want to, say, for example, this is WordPress right here, by the way. I'm going to show you this. So you'd go into Edit Page. You'd go into your options down here. Now I'll just wait for this to load. WordPress is what you'll be using. I'm not sure if this will work. I hope it does. I know why it's not working. All right, one sec. Add new. Cool. Then what you'd do is you'd insert this into your code. So you don't want to insert it into the main area here because that's not going to work. You'd insert it into your text code here, like this, all right? Then it's going to go ahead and it'll actually work. You'll actually see that in the page you create. Now, I've got OptimizedPress added to this, so I doubt that it's going to work. It'll probably, OptimizedPress has to use OptimizedPress, so, but that's what you'd do. You'd basically go through and add that in like that into your WordPress blog site. How can you lock out certain playlists for membership sites, etc.? Now, David, this is just a suggestion. I use personally Wishlist Member, which you can see down here, for my WordPress membership sites. I don't really do membership websites and anything else because I find it's really easy to use Wishlist, and that allows me to protect my content. So I would have a video playlist on an actual content page that I've organized, created myself, and that I've charged for. So when people log into the account, they see the playlist there. That's what I would probably do. Cool. Is this good so far? Put a 1 in the box if you're learning something here right now. If you've learned something on this webinar, let me know. Hopefully I'm making sense. Can you iframe instead of JavaScript embed? Now, I believe that you can't right now. I'd have to talk to the developer about that, but I believe that it would be something that you'd want to, first of all, yeah, it's something that I'll talk to the developer about. Cool. All right. So let's answer a few questions, and then I've got something that I want to show you in just a moment. Will it work with Squirrel Space? I'm not sure. I hope so, but I'm not sure what that is, Joanna. I'm sorry. If you give me a message into support, standbackersupport.com, I'll be able to have a look and give you a better answer. Squarespace. I'm not sure. I haven't heard of it. So no need for a WordPress plugin as, say, Easy Video Player. In this case, no, you shouldn't need one. I don't think there's any real need for it. But that does bring up something else for me. I do need to show you the other Pro features that are available with this package, because if you've got the Pro features package, there are a few additional features that you can use within the software which are going to be really quite useful to you. So let me just grab those right now. And also, by the way, I just got a message from the developer that if you want, there is a WordPress plugin here. Now, one of the issues with WordPress, as you would have seen maybe with other players, is that WordPress can, unless you know code, it can be an unreliable system. There's actually this WordPress player plugin right here that you can actually go ahead and download, install into your WordPress, and it'll make it even easier to embed this into your WordPress site. So I got here by going into API integrations and then going into downloads. So if you haven't done that yet, you're using a WordPress site, I highly recommend doing that. Cool. And if the WordPress plugin asks for a key, it's the key that's attached to your account. So if you do have trouble finding that key, just give us an email in support and we'll be able to guide you to where it is. Yes, Cynthia, this should work on your site fine. Cool. And the key, Jonathan, it would have been sent to you when you actually purchased the software in your email. So you should have received that then. You'll be able to use that key from there. And just to confirm, I believe that's the case, but Marius, if you can just confirm that, let me know. I believe that that's when it comes in because, when I was getting my first account set up for the system, that was where I got my API keys to integrate a lot of this stuff. So it's been a while. We've been testing for quite a while, but it should be available there. Can we create a playlist from videos in Dropbox? Prince, yes, you can. Prince Will, you can. Definitely, 100%. What's the name of the plugin and where is the plugin located to download? Good question, Gabriel. Dashboard, all right? So you're in your dashboard, API integrations, then downloads. API integrations, downloads. Go into that. Cool. Yep, sounds good, Cynthia. Awesome. All right. I got stuff here in my nose. Okay, let me show you this final feature, and then I'm going to go across, and there's something really cool that I want to show you guys, and then we'll come back and answer some more questions, because there is one feature that I really like in the software, and I don't know why I haven't shown you yet, because it's a really useful feature, and this is something that you can add as extra value to your clients. It's really easy to upsell clients into this stuff. For me, I've been working with clients for a number of years, not so much now. I have a different clientele to what I used to do, but I actually started off with offline businesses, helping them. And if you're in a position right now where you're looking for a start, you're looking to make some money, it's a great way of going out and actually helping businesses. And one of those great services that you can offer for businesses is actually creating good converting sales videos. And if you've got a video creation software like Explaindio or one of those others, then this is a really useful tool. You can upload your videos into the software. You can go ahead and you can actually split test them. All right, so you can do what's called a split test. So you can see which video reacts the best. So the way that we do this is we'll go ahead and we'll create two totally different videos. So one will be, apples versus oranges in terms of sales pitch. So, you might have a different angle, completely different angle for both. Then you'll test both videos, see which one converts the best with your client. You can charge for this. Then you can find out which is the best option, and you can continue to testing if you want, or settle on one. This software will let you test multiple options, and it will also give you the ability to see very easily where or what's happening on your videos. So you can see how many call to actions you've had, how many actions were taken, or how many visits you've had to a particular video, and it really is quite a useful system. So I'm just going to go into the statistics so I can show you this, and you just embed these videos as you usually would, and it'll automatically switch them out, which is a really cool feature, and it's a pro feature that was included as the OTO1. Here we are. So we can see set as results, and it'll actually show us the result that we got. Now this is the one that I just chose before, so we have no results for that. So let me go across and grab one that does have some results so you can see these stats. Cool, and I've also got another, as we wait for this to load, another update. We have a feature that will basically give them, give you, I'm reading this as if I'm, this is basically going to give you the ability to run this system like you would on a Wistia platform. Wistia obviously is one of the best video players on the web right now. The reason is because it is probably one of the first that came out that allowed you to do bulk hosting, but it is quite expensive. So we've actually got a system coming out that will allow you to do what you can in Wistia, and it's going to be added to your account, which is really exciting. So you can see here the different results we got. We can actually see button actions. We can see, links clicked. We can see embeds. A lot of good stats, and you can get a real good feel for what you're doing. Really, really cool piece of software. So now this is up to you guys, and I want to put this to you because it's it's your webinar. We're doing this to help you. So there was something I was planning on showing you today. We've got a bit over time, so we can either answer questions, keep answering questions for the next 10-15 minutes, or I can show you this and we can go along a bit longer on this webinar, and I can show you the software. There's a software we've been developing, and it's been a few months in the works, and what it is it's basically a live webinar platform. We haven't really shown this to many people. We've just been organizing a test, basically a group test group to go out, use the software, and create some success with it. We're not planning to launch this probably this year. We're planning to launch it early next year, or maybe even later on. But right now, we are testing it out in our own business, and we're having some really good results with it. It's basically a webinar system that gives you the ability to run live webinars. You could do this with clients. You could sell this as a service to clients. You could, go ahead and use this in your business. It's a really cool system, and it's going to be selling at a monthly cost or a yearly cost when we actually bring it out. But do you guys want to see it? Would you be keen to take a look? Put a 1 in the box if you would, or put a 2 in the box if you'd like to answer questions. Okay, I'm getting mostly 1s. I've got 1 or 2 2s. So, all right, I'll show you guys quickly, and then we'll go back to answering any questions. So write down any questions that you may think of for Vlydo, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and answer those. But what I'll do is I'll first of all take you across here to the webinar system. Now, this is something that we're really excited about. It's something that we've been working on for a while now. GoToWebinar is the main webinar system on the web right now. We've probably all heard of GoToWebinar. It's what I'm using right now to run this webinar. The reason that I'm using it with this webinar right now is because it's integrated with JVZoo, and I was able to auto-register you in JVZoo. We're actually looking at doing the same with this software, so it could work the same way, integrate with JVZoo and all the other systems out there. Now, what this gives you the ability to do is run live webinars. You can actually create a live webinar, and it goes one step further than GoToWebinar. And it gives you the ability to not only create a landing page, you can actually build your pages in this for your webinar registration, or you can grab a form and embed it onto the page of your choice. But you can also automatically record your webinars and export them to a page and then send it out automatically through the system to the people that registered for the webinar, meaning that there's no manual process for replays. I know one of the most difficult parts of being in this, doing webinars for me, like this webinar that we're doing today, I'm going to be sending you a replay of this today, but it's all manual. There's no automation. So what that means is that when I go ahead and send this out to you, there's a lot of work that goes behind that. This system will actually go ahead and allow you to do that, which is really quite cool. So let me show you this. Now I'm just going to cross this, go back there. And first step is we go ahead and create a webinar. Now hopefully I don't need to log in again. Cool. And we'll just call this the Vlydo webinar test. Well, yes, we want to record it and click Save Webinar. Then after that, it gives us a bunch of templates. Now in the process, right now, we're actually adding in an additional 14 different templates into this. You can choose from 4 right now in the system, or you can choose a custom registration form. Now the custom registration form basically gives you this code, and you add this into your already created web page, and your webinar is set up. People will automatically be registered through this opt-in on whatever page around the web to the webinar. Or we can select this, and this is going to actually go ahead and it'll allow us to go and create a webinar through our opt-in form. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to go back really quickly, one sec, create webinar, and create Vlydo recording, save webinar. Cool, so we'll select this as our option, and we'll just click next step. Now, as we click next step, we can actually change anything about this page. We can change the logo, we can change the video, we can change the event schedule, and change this as we want. So we could type in, for example, Vlydo special live webinar. And you can see here that it's changing in the text here. We could say, 28th October, don't miss out on this really cool to the point webinar. And we can change any parts of this as we want, as you can see. So we could add a video as well. I can add a video. I can go ahead and add some text. I can go ahead and add as I want. It'll have a registration button automatically updated. If I wanted to, I could add a thank you page link as well. So when people actually register, they go to a thank you page link. I could add some social icons, for example. So I could go and add facebook.com/sambacker, and then the Facebook icon is going to pop up. If I add Twitter, again, twitter.com/sambacker. Really easy to add into the system. Media, we can change our logo. So we could go and go across, grab a logo. I'll go across and add that now. I'm just trying to find my logo. Cool, there we are. So bang. Cool. Now I might want to resize it before I add that in. I'll go across and grab another logo. Cool, there we are. And you can customize this as you want. You'd want to resize this logo. I've got a random logo in there that's quite big, but you get the point. So we'll just go across and we'll click next, and we'll continue now to set up our webinar. So we can select the date of our webinar. We want the webinar to be on the 30th, for example. It might be at 9:30 p.m. EST. And we could name the webinar. We've got the panelist name, we've got the panelist email. We can then add in an email sequence prior to the webinar. So we can actually email people 30 minutes before the webinar, 1 hour before the webinar, and write email messages in. Don't miss out on this live webinar. Join here 10 minutes before 9 p.m. EST. We can charge for the webinar if we wanted to. We could do a paid webinar, and we can actually charge through PayPal for it. Or we could go ahead and click finish. All right, we've gone ahead and we've clicked finish. Now, after we've clicked finish, now it's just going to click finish. It's going to ask for a description. Hey, we'll go click finish. It's now here in our system. So what we can do is we can go ahead and we can, at the time when this webinar is starting, I'll show you how to do this right now, you can actually go ahead and you can start this webinar. So you can actually run your live webinar platforms through this system. So let me show you how that works. And what do you think so far? Is it looking pretty cool? Put a yes in the box if you like what you see so far. And we're really excited about this, mainly because I've personally, I'm kind of sick of paying so much for GoToWebinar. That's one reason. And also GoToWebinar has been constantly buggy. And one of the reasons that this is such an exciting project, one of the reasons that I really like this, is that it's not through Google Hangouts. You'd have heard that a lot of the webinar platforms out there are Google Hangout platforms, the cheaper ones, right? They're Google Hangout ones. And we didn't want to do a Google Hangout because Google Hangouts are traditionally very slow. So we decided that we wanted to create this with Amazon hosting. So this player is actually run through Amazon hosting, which means that it's really quick because Amazon is, as you'll know, Amazon S3. Amazon hosting is probably the fastest hosting that you can get. It never goes down. It's really reliable. And for this, it's not going to freeze up or anything like that because we're not using Google Hangouts. So again, a big relief. All right, so to start the webinar, we click Start Webinar when we're ready. Now what it's going to do is it's going to tell me, hey, your webinar is scheduled for this time. Do you really want to start it ahead of time? And I'm going to say, yeah, sure, I can do that. I'll start it ahead of time. So what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and it's going to start my webinar. Now, right now, this system runs through the browser. All right, so it goes ahead, it runs through the browser. And what that gives us the ability to do is record the entire screen. We can upload presentations into it. It means we can run webinars with the system anywhere on any type of computer. And it's very easy to showcase what we want to show. So right now, my webinar is loaded. It's telling me, how do you want to join the audio? Now, I want to go ahead and I want to join with microphone, obviously. And I'm just going to wait for my computer to catch up here. Cool, microphone. So right now my webinar is recording, and also it'll be recording my voice as well. So we'll go ahead. I'm just going to wait for this to load up. It's asking for my, hey, do you want to use your built-in microphone? No, I want to use my Blue Snowball mic. Share selected device. Cool. So here's our webinar. It's starting, and we are recording it. Now I'm just going to wait for my audio to go up. It's quite a big. I'm not on the fastest computer here, so and I can hear now my audio is echoing because I'm on 2 webinars at once. So use a headset with your microphone for best experience. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Cool, and it's telling me that I'm currently the only person in this conference. I should have actually sent out the link to some of you so you could join this webinar as well, but I won't distract you from the webinar we're on. So right now I'm talking into this webinar. I'm on 2 webinars at once, and if I wanted to, I can upload a presentation into the system. I could upload a PowerPoint, slides. I could write text into the system. I could actually write some text. I could draw some stuff, on the webinar itself. I'm not the best drawer though, so we'll try not to do that. And what I can also do is I can share my webcam if I wanted to. So I could go ahead, and I'm not sure how my hair is looking, but I'll see if I can do this for you right now. So I can actually go ahead and, as you can see, I can share my webcam, which is really cool. And I've got my headphones on right now. And if I wanted to, I can also share the entire screen. So right now, as you can see on this system, I'm clicking Share Screens. It's going to come up with a preview in just a moment, so I can go ahead and see a preview of what this system looks like as I share. And we'll just go click Allow. It's going to ask me to allow and remember, and click OK. Cool. So now what it's doing is it's going ahead and my entire screen is being shown inside of this webinar. It's got welcome here. People can actually go ahead and chat inside of the system as well. And it makes it really quite easy to run everything. Now, it'll also show a preview in just a moment. If we had live people on the call, it would be showing a preview down here in the presenters module. So I'd be able to see, or the audience would be able to see what it looks like on the full screen. So really quite cool system. We're still improving it. And as I said, this is in beta mode. We're still adding a few features. We're still trying to add or at the moment we're in the process of adding additional organizers, so more organizers can join the call. We're in the process of making this as stable as we possibly can, and it's going to be a really complete system as well. And you're seeing here that my desktop is now being shared, and you'll see a blue line probably coming around the circle of it. There we are. Cool. And my webinar has started, as you can see. So and you can see the comments that are popping up. You can probably see down here inside of my, we're in a webinar at the moment. I'm not sure what that movie is, but that's basically what we're doing. So, you can see down here we've got the live webinar happening, and we're, hey, hello, how's it going? And then we can go, if we wanted to, we could load up our PowerPoint slides, and, we could share this. And we're now showing our PowerPoint slides on this live webinar. All right, so you see the blue line around here, that is only seen by me, and it's because the screen is being recorded. So really cool system, really complete, and it's going to be a really, really cool tool that you'll have the ability to use and apply in your business. You can do this with clients. You can, probably find many uses for this. You can do it, sell from webinars on your own webinars. You can do trainings on these webinars if you want to. You can, hold meetings on the webinar as well. You can show things with people across the world, run webinars, meetings with outsourcers. There's a lot of potential with this system, and in the process right now, we're still, I need to be fully upfront about this, we're still working on the system. You can see here it works. You can record right now. You can do webinars. The recordings work. It's right now in the stage it's now, it is ready, and it can be used to run really good webinars. For us, we want to make it the best system out there though. So we're still working on this, and we'll continue to work on this probably until it goes live next year, and then we'll continue to work on it after that. We're going to make it a yearly or a monthly program. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's not going to be a one-off when we launch it. And the reason it's not going to be a one-off is that for us, we want to continue building on this. In order to do that, we really need to charge monthly or yearly in order to fund this webinar system, because webinar systems are quite complex. But today what we're doing is we're going to give you an opportunity to become a beta tester. And if you want to become a beta tester, there's just going to be a one-off cost. You're going to be added into a special Skype group where you are going to be able to communicate with other beta testers that are in the system. The reason that we do that is that it helps us to understand how the system is working for you. That means you can share ideas with other beta testers, and hopefully, this is what we really want to happen, is that you're able to find some real success with this system. And if you want to, you can provide a write-up for us when we actually launch the software, saying, hey, I've used this system, it works. If you're looking at this page right now, this is what I was able to do with it. That's ideally what we're hoping we can get as a result of that, but also some real feedback on how we can improve this system, because obviously we're going to be using it, but you're going to be using it as well, and you may have different needs than I have, and I may not even thought of those. So another really important system for that. So the price to become a tester of this system is going to be $197, a one-off. And when we launch this system, it's going to be a minimum of $197 yearly. It'll probably be more on a monthly basis, but it's definitely not going to be on sale for a one-off cost. And the reason that we have done this as a one-off cost, the main reason is that for you, you're helping us to test the software, and for us, it's great to have you testing it. So, we're happy to bring you on as a tester, and for a one-off cost, you can have unlimited access to the system from here on out as one of our first people to actually get into the system. So I hope that's kind of clear. I didn't prepare any sales material for the system. This is a kind of thing we thought we would do. I got a message from the developer saying that, hey, we just added these new features in, and I thought, well, this will be a great opportunity to come on live and show you guys what we've been working on. And if there's, if you'd like to get access to this today, give you an opportunity. So if this is something that you would like to get access to, put a 1 in the box right now. Let me know that you want to get access to the system today, and this is something that you want to get access to. And we're going to bring in about 10 beta testers total. We've already got about 20 people in that have started testing it, and we're going to bring in 10 more to continue to test the system. So if you do want to get in today, you'll have to be quick. Unfortunately, the reason that we want to keep it small is that we want to make sure those who are in there are going to be using it, and we can actually keep up and communicate. That's the main reason. We have no intention of bringing on anyone after this until we actually launch, but so this will probably be the last chance before we actually go ahead and launch the software. So here's the link, the URL to get access to. If you do get access today, be quick. What I'll be doing is with this system as well, there's also training inside of the system. I'm finishing off the training at the moment, but there is also on top of that an actual sales system. I used to speak a lot from stages on webinars. I used to do a lot of webinars. Webinars was one of the main strategies in my business. It still is a strategy, and it's a really cool way of communicating with your audience. So there's actually a sales system that I'm going to offer you as well as a beta tester to help you get started with the system, using it to actually make money. And it's a guide which walks through the webinars that I've done that have brought in, over $100,000 in some cases, and it'll walk you through first of all, the strategy I use to create the product, and also walking you through the actual sell itself, the slides that you would need, and how to present a product correctly in a way that makes people want to buy. And also you can use this with your clients as well. I actually had a number of webinar clients I would coach on webinars, and a lot of the information is from that. So here's the link you can get access to. I'm not going to say any more about that. This is the link you can get access to right now, and really important, once you've got in, just put an I'm in the chat box to let me know you're in. The reason that I say do that is that I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the details are sent to you, and they're going to be sent within an hour after this webinar. You'll actually have your account within 1 hour after this webinar. I've got my developer on the line, and he's ready to set these accounts up. So within 1 hour, you'll have everything you'll need. You'll also be added into the Skype group, and just put an I'm in just so I know who you are, your name, and I can keep an eye out for you as well coming in. So this is the URL right here. I'm putting it in the chat box right now, runawebinar.com/sales. runawebinar.com/sales. If you go into runawebinar.com/sales, that's our beta link. It's only going to be active and available while this webinar is running, and then it's not going to be available after that. So you've got probably about 5 to 10 minutes to get in if you're one of the first 10 to get in. If the developer, I've given him instructions to basically shut it down after the time that this webinar or has ended, or 10 people have actually got in. So make sure that you go in there, put an I'm in the box once you've got in, and you'll be able to become part of this beta, which will be fantastic. After the initial webinar is completed, can we edit the replays and upload it to the replays? Yes, good question. And yes, you can, Avi. We've actually got a system inside of there. It's a replays system which saves your webinars, your webinar replays, and then you've got this link which says like generate webinar replay page. You click that link and it'll generate the page, but there's also a download link there as well. So you can actually download it, re-upload it, and then click generate webinar page. The other thing you can do with this system, which is really quite cool, is you can capture leads when people register for your webinar. So we've already integrated. One of the problems with GoToWebinar is it's really difficult to capture leads into your subscriber list when people register for your webinars. And what our system does is it automatically gives you the leads and it registers them for the for the webinar as well. And I'm already seeing some IMINs coming in. Fantastic, Dion. Welcome. Welcome. Good to have you on. Looking forward to talking with you and continuing on our journey. And hopefully we'll have some great success together with this software. Bill, welcome. Bill is in. Fantastic. Dale is in. Excellent, Dale. Welcome. Good to have you on as well. Armando is in. Excellent. Doc is in. Fantastic. Welcome, Doc. Excellent. Dwight is in. Fantastic. Welcome, Dwight. And GR is in as well. Fantastic. George as well. George is the name. Excellent. Welcome. Fantastic. So already a number of people are coming in, which is excellent as well. And yes, it is, Bill, it's a great value opportunity for $197 to have a webinar system that's solid. You're probably not going to find one out there that is this. You get unlimited access to it, unlimited use. We're covering your hosting. You don't have to worry about that. There's no worries there, and there's no monthly costs. So very, very cool. Brian is in. Fantastic. Welcome, Brian. Excellent. Mary is in. Welcome. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing, because it's on Amazon, we can actually afford to do that with the hosting side of things. Because previously, if you tried to do the hosting, it would have been really expensive. But because it's on Amazon hosting, and we've been able to, I don't know how the developers managed to do it, but he's been able to integrate it really well with our hosting provider. So basically, what that means is that it's through Amazon hosting, which means that we are able to, it's basically a great service at a low cost, which ideally we want to be able to provide, and that's what we've been able to do. So it's really cool. And moving forward, as we continue to move forward with this system, it's going to improve. We'll be continuing to work on it, and we're hoping that it can become really a main system for online marketers. And we're thinking long term with this software, and in order to do this, a key stage of it is beta testing and making sure that when the software actually goes ahead and launches, that first of all, it's 100% ready, that our beta testers are really happy, that you guys are happy, you're making money, and we're able to hopefully say, hey, this is what happened when these guys got on board. So really, really cool. Awesome. And welcome, Clarence. Fantastic. Good to have you in. Excellent. Cool. And getting a couple of questions here as well. Now, when you get sent right now, really quick note, once you actually get in, you'll see that the thank you link is the wrong link, the wrong thank you link. The reason that is this was literally like I wouldn't have even introduced this on the webinar if I didn't get messaged by my developer just before, and he said, hey, we're ready, we're 100%, and I had a quick test of it, and I was like, okay, cool, and it's probably time that now that we brought on another 10 beta testers, we started getting this moving and started really, pushing this system to the limits and seeing what we can do with it. So that was the reason. So it's probably going to forward to the wrong type of link. So just a quick heads up on that as well. Question, how is this different from Webinar Jam or Easy Webinar? Now, I know Webinar Jam. I'm not familiar with Easy Webinar. Webinar Jam is a great software. So first of all, I just want to say that the guys behind Webinar Jam are really smart guys, and I've got a lot of respect for them, and I really like the system. I've used it myself. The main difference, and I think this is the same with Easy Webinar, but I don't know Easy Webinar, is that they use Google Hangouts. And the disadvantage with Google Hangouts is they're unreliable. And when you get volume onto a call, it really slows the system down. You've probably seen this. If you've ever got on a webinar with Google Hangouts, then that's the problem. I've experienced it, and others have as well. And I think that's the problem with many of the systems out there. I haven't seen anything that runs through Amazon hosting before ours. So it's why we think it's the future in webinar hosting. and it means that it's fast, it's quick and easy to use, and it goes from there. Now, Dion, good question. Webinar Alpha is a great system. Webinar Alpha is a replay system, so it does webinar replays, so you can actually present webinar replays to people and do that live. So it's not a live webinar. This is a live webinar platform we're talking about today, but Webinar Alpha isn't a live webinar platform. Cool. Now, if you've got access to it, good question. You'll have gotten, I'm getting a lot of questions coming in right now, so I'll try and keep up, guys. If you've got in, you'll be able to get access within the hour. My developer is in the process right now of setting those accounts up. I've given him some instructions, so he's going ahead and setting them up manually. Right now, we've just integrated the payments platform, but we wanted to just manually set these ones up so we know who you guys are, and we'll be sending you out the info manually, and I'll be sending that out as well. Awesome. Welcome, Dion, and thank you. Very cool. Now, what are the maximum number of participants? Joe, good question. We will have a maximum number at some point. For you guys, you won't be limited. So right now, I believe you could have 1,000, 10,000 people on the webinar, and it would still run fine. There's no limits. We haven't set any limits right now. Is this mobile ready? Not yet. GR, it's not ready, mobile ready yet. We want to make it mobile ready. I believe the templates, that the opt-in pages are mobile responsive. The webinar system itself won't yet play on mobile devices, but we are working on that. So it's on the list, and we are still building a lot of these features into it. Right now, it will act as a really good web webinar player. So you can actually go ahead and run webinars right now with it. In future, we'll have a lot more being built into it like we're doing now. Is it client-based? I'm not sure what that means. I think if you mean, can you run this for clients? Yes, you can, but extend on that question for me. Once the webinar is recorded and you show it again, will it run off our account? So basically what happens, Doc, is it records the webinar in this recording section over here. So see this recording section? This is where it records these webinars. And basically, it will present a webinar link to you, all right, within this, system. So once it's been recorded, you click on recording, and it's going to present a webinar link to you, and you can then use that webinar link to send out to your subscribers. Or if you wanted to, you can download it. So there's two buttons, and it's going to be download and webinar link. Do you need to download a plugin to watch? GR, I don't believe so. We do right now, and I need to mention this, we recommend using Firefox. We're still building in some of the functionality to work with Chrome, but if you use the system with Firefox, it runs the best with Firefox at the moment. Doc, integrated into Smart Member? Yes, you will be able to. If you're creating a webinar page, actually, let me think about that. If creating the webinar page, you'd probably want to download your own webinar if you want to put it in your members area, and then you'd want to put it in the members area. So it won't directly integrate, but you can download the webinar replay and then add it into your members area. That's probably what I'd recommend doing. George, right now, it's Firefox. Firefox is what it's working best with. But we are improving it. It's going to be working on Safari and Chrome by the time we finish, but right now Firefox is the system. Is there a chat logging system? Now, good question. I believe that we do have a CSV, and I'm just going to check. We've got this platform right here. Now, this is currently our stats platform. It currently has download CSV, so you can download everyone that's registered for the webinar. Right now, that download I don't believe will include questions. It may do. I'll just have a look. Let me just see. No, it doesn't appear to have that yet. So I'd have to investigate a bit more and see what's possible. But right now, I don't believe it has that option. But really good suggestion, and it's something that we'll be able to look at adding. Can you make it auto record in the future? Stop us forgetting to hit record. Gareth, yes. When you're actually starting or setting up your webinar, we've actually set it to auto record. So when you're setting up your webinar, you can choose if you want it to record, and it's set up with auto record. Now, any more questions, and you don't need to restrict them to run a webinar. If you have questions about Vlydo as well, please ask them. This is obviously something that it was an afterthought. I wanted to show you guys. I think all the spots are almost gone. We maybe have 1 or 2 spots left. I'm just waiting for my developer to get back and confirm with me, but I believe there's 1 or 2 spots left. So we'll be able to talk more about this. You guys that are getting into run a webinar, you'll be able to go and test out the system and ask me all these questions over the next few days in Skype. But if you have any questions about Vlydo, let me know those right now. Yep, and we'll be emailing you, George. We're actually messaging in the Skype group. You'll be added with my developer to the Skype group, and you'll be able to get information that way. So we'll be updating you every time there's an update. The developer will be posting in the group, and hopefully you guys can go ahead and try it out, test it out, and see what you think. George, yes, we'll be putting you on a separate list, but Skype will be the main method that we use for communication in terms of new updates. But as things progress and we add new features, hopefully we can actually put an upgrade, message in the webinar system itself. But we may just send out an email. That might be the best way. Cool, good question, Ernest. Give me an email here and I'll find those for you. And yes, this is a one-off cost. Yep. So once you've got access to this, you won't have to pay for it again. There's no monthly cost or anything like that for you. So if when we launch this next year, you can smile away because you didn't have to pay monthly or yearly. You've got it at a one-off cost. Will there be adding upgrades to Vlydo dashboards? Yes. The developer, I've been talking to him, he's actually on the call, the creator of Vlydo, and yes, there's new upgrades being added to the Vlydo dashboard over the next few days. One is to do with Wistia, and there's going to be an email out about that. Do I have to set up channels when building a playlist, or can I just choose videos I've set up? Kim, you don't need, and you do not need to set up channels. You can just choose videos you've set up. Will the webinar have a private Facebook group? Doc, no. It'll have a Skype group. I like doing stuff on Skype because it's not so it's not so public. And for this is a beta test, so I don't exactly want to get, I don't want to get the message out there about this yet. I want to wait until we get it really well done, and then after that, then we'll go and take it to the world. But right now, we are looking to keep quiet about this and not tell our competitors basically that. We've got a great idea, and we want to be the only ones to bring this out next year, basically. So, just saying, yeah. Yes, good question, Neil. I already use GoToWebinar. What I would like is that both a video recording and an audio recording of the webinar would be sent out after the webinar automatically. Will your system do this? Right now, Neil, our system will automatically generate a webinar replay that has the audio and the video inside of it. It won't automatically email it out, but it's something that we are looking at. There's a few difficulties when it comes to sending emails because, if it's an automatic email, sometimes autoresponders don't like it and it can easily go into spam. So we're just trying to work out what's the balance there at the moment, but it is on the list. We want to have an automatic replay system, whether it's, added to a special link or whether it's, sent out. We're still working that out, but it's definitely something that we're working on right now. Now, Vlydo is completely different to Video Motion Pro, but they work really well together. So David's asked, what's the difference between Vlydo and Video Motion Pro? I was heavily involved in both softwares, obviously, so I know both softwares really well. Video Motion Pro is a recording software, so it actually records your screen. It'll produce a video then, and that video can then be exported onto your desktop computer. From there, that's when you use Vlydo. Vlydo is a presenter of video. It's a player, unlike Video Motion Pro, which is actually a video creator and recorder. So two different softwares, but work really, really well together. Does Vlydo work in Facebook app? No, it works with adding a URL into Facebook. If you go through the training, there's actually a module on it, but it's basically you just need to post a URL into Facebook and it'll start working. Gareth, right now the chat is private, so the messages that are sent from visitors of yours or attendees on the webinar are only seen by you. All right, they're not seen by everyone else on the webinar, so they're automatically private right now. We can make them public, and we're looking at doing that in the future. It's not in there now, but it will be probably in the future. Very cool, George. Now, your viewers of the webinar, I don't believe that they need to be on Firefox, but when you're running a webinar yourself, you will need to be on Firefox for now. Can you add audio to videos on Vlydo? Now, David, if you add audio to videos, you need to do it before uploading them to Vlydo. So I would use a software like Camtasia, like Video Motion Pro, or like Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, and then or ScreenFlow, then upload the video to Vlydo, and that's how you can change the audio that's on a video in Vlydo. When we add a new video into Vlydo in the first bit of information about the video, what is the link field for? I don't seem to be able to add anything to it. Yep, so there's actually a setting inside the software which can set links that you restrict a video to, and there's some training inside of it. If you go through the documentation, there's actually a video on it, and you need to add one of those links. If you add which link you want this video restricted to be on. Okay, so say for example, I only wanted this video to play on sambacker.com. I'm able to do that through the system very easily, and I can basically restrict that domain solely to be playing that video. So the video isn't shared and it can't be viewed anywhere else. It's perfect if you're dealing with membership sites. What else is in the works for Vlydo? George, there's actually quite a bit. The guys behind Vlydo are working really, really hard on it, and they have been for quite a while now. It's got a number of features coming up. I believe there's a retargeting function. They're adding some additional features that are in Wistia, something similar to Wistia, so look out for that. And just look out for some updates coming. There are a number of updates coming up, and you'll see even more. I'm just reading from Marius, and he's going to answer. Marius is the creator of the software, and he's actually going to run a live webinar very soon where he's going to answer some more questions and go over some of the additional features and actually show you a few things that you may not have seen yet. So look out for an email from Marius. That'll be coming very soon, and that'll be on a few more additional features. How soon can Run a Webinar be used? Good question. It's already up and running. It's already ready to go. As soon as you get registered, which will be happening as soon as I get off this webinar, you'll be able to jump into the system immediately and start using it. It's all working. I recommend using in Firefox. There may be a couple of bugs that pop up. If you see any bugs, then let us know. I think it's all fixed. I've been told by my developer that they're all fixed, but if anything pops up, let us know. But it is ready right now to use. Is the live webinar and webinar replay located on the same web page or link? No, it's not. Avi, it'll be located at a different link. So, yeah. Wolfgang, good to have you on. Better late than never. There will be a replay. Yeah, I'll be sending out a replay probably tomorrow. So look out for that. There'll be an email coming your way from me and Marius. Does the Vlydo work inside of a Facebook app? Nope, it works through link posting. I think I'm going over some same questions now. Will the Vlydo Facebook link play on mobile devices, either an FB app or mobile browser? That's a question for Marius. Marius, are you available to answer that? Cool. Marius has said, and Marius, do you want me to add you to the call, by the way? Do you want to talk? Just say yes if you want me to add you to the call, if you're available on your mic to have a chat, because there's some questions here that would be great to get your assistance on. Marius is the creator of the software and is working on a number of the features, and he's been working on it for about the last 9 months. So really exciting, and he's got a lot of plans for it as well. So Cool. So what I want to do is I'll see if I can bring Marius on, and we'll see how we go with this. So I'll ask Marius some questions that would be good to get his feedback on in terms of what's coming up. So let me just see if I can add him to the call. Marius, you there?
Hello, Sam.
Hey, how's it going? It's a bit quiet on the other end, but I think I can hear you loud and clear. Awesome. So I know you've been sitting in the background, so why don't you take over for a bit and have a chat?
Yeah. So the question was if on Facebook work with mobile or something like that. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. So the Facebook component of the system, will it work on mobile devices and play on mobile devices after being posted on Facebook?
Yes. Right now we work, as I said, we work to fix all the tickets. We have a lot of questions during the launch period, so we still answering tickets, and of course we have a couple of bugs like any software out there. And sorry for that, guys. We work really hard to fix everything. And after that, we're gonna implement a new player that will work even on mobile inside Facebook. So yeah, this will work. I hope the next couple of weeks will be done.
Awesome. All right. Now the next question. If you guys want me to explain anything, Marius, do you want to just put your headphones in? There's a bit of a echo.
What?
There's an echo on the call. Can you put your headphones in?
Yeah, I have my headphones.
Thank you.
Okay. Better now? Okay.
Awesome. All right, cool. So a few other questions here. What other upgrades are coming people's way?
Well, we had a couple of features requests, like Wistia, but we are not sure about Wistia. We have to check how to integrate with Wistia. We have also with features request with Vimeo, and we will add also features as Wistia with heat maps. What else we have on the pipeline? We have a lot of requests, and soon I will send an email to all buyers, and we'll provide a link where everyone can post a request, feature request, and we hope we want to update the player every 2 weeks to add new feature. So at least every 2 weeks to have a new feature. After we slow down a little bit after this launch.
Fantastic. Now, another quick question. The functionality with Dropbox, is that active right now, and can people import their videos from Dropbox?
No, they cannot import. They just have to go to add video manually. I mean, add video, then select it from Dropbox. They cannot import.
Cool.
Maybe in the future we will have this feature like, okay, I connect with Dropbox, then import all your videos from the Dropbox. I mean, just the hyperlinks, so can play directly. Like with YouTube, we work also on YouTube to import all videos from your YouTube playlist.
Okay, cool.
So we have a lot of features to add on the player, and because we want to charge monthly for this player.
Okay, good. Cool. Excellent. Now, another question. I'm just looking through the questions here. Kate, a quick question about how many Run a Webinar spots are available. And there are 2 more spots available.
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Not a question, just a comment.
Okay. Okay.
We're hearing a bit of an echo, but we're right. All right. So, and my accent probably doesn't help. All right. Any more questions for Marius? Let me know in the chat box.
Okay, as I said, I'll keep a webinar only for Vlydo buyers. Well, I'll walk through every feature and how they can use it even better than how they use it right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, we just want to slow down a little bit, and hopefully next week to do a webinar.
Awesome. So, okay, cool. That sounds good. So, Marius, I'll just mute you as I'm talking because there's a bad echo.
Okay.
One sec.
Sorry, I used my headphones, so I have no idea why.
No, it's all good. I think it's a bit weird. That's all good. Cool. So now you've got a bit of feedback from Marius in terms of what's coming up. And what I'd probably encourage you to do is look out for Marius's emails over the next coming weeks. He's obviously working hard on the software now that the launch period is over. It's about taking care of the software and making sure that everything is working as it should be. So any comments, questions, Marius, can you enter your support desk into the chat box so it will work? And I just got another word from my developer, and I have some really good news for Run a Webinar members as well. He said that he just successfully, and he sent me a quick video to show me how it works, but the creator, the guy that I'm working with, it's a project that I'm working with my developer, and he's successfully been able to integrate the webinar system with iPad and mobile phones. What that means is that you're able to actually load webinars through mobile phones and also iPads. So another advantage, I didn't even know that was possible, but I was hoping we could have it in. I didn't know it would be this soon, but just a quick heads up on that. Things are moving really quickly, and that is now another feature that's been added, which I wasn't even aware had been added, but is really cool. So look out for that coming out as well. And I'm just going to check this quick video that he sent me here, but that's available as well. So if you would like, here it is. I can show you this. Cool. All right, you guys get to see. This is the first taste of being a beta tester. You'll get to see screenshots like this and new features that are added into the system constantly. So check it out. This is the iPad view. This is what it looks like on an iPad, and he'll have a screenshot of a mobile phone for me shortly as well. But that's what it looks like on an iPad. You can basically have chat. You can be listening to a webinar on your iPad and also be running the webinar on your iPad, or you can actually be plugging into the webinar on your iPad. And yep, I know, Gareth. Yep, I'll be launching this. It'll be available probably next year. We're not going to rush the software. We want it done 100%, and it's really important for us that it's really done really well. We want to do it right. So you guys will have access to this early. You'll be able to try out all these new features, test this out, and everyone might ask, what webinar system are you running in? You might say run a webinar, and no one will be able to get it because it's not available yet to buy. So really, really cool. Now you will soon be able to add other presenters as well to the system. Do you provide Amazon S3 or do we need our own account? No, John, it's actually run through our Amazon hosting account, so you don't have to worry about any of that. We host it for you. So another advantage of the system, we've got that covered for you. For us, we're going to be charging people on a monthly basis or a yearly basis. We're still working that out very soon. So, well, not very soon, but next year. So that's how we will pay for our server costs. With Vlydo in the pro developer version, am I able to sell subscriptions to other clients? And if so, how do I create other users? Now, what you can do, you can't sell subscriptions directly, all right? You can't sell the software to a person, all right? We didn't have white label rights or reseller rights with it. What you can do is you can do it as a service, Robert. So basically, you can go to a client, you can say, hey, do you need help with your video? Cool. And then you can actually use the video player on your client's website, and they pay you for the service. That's what you can do. Yes, Wolfgang, that's what you're beta testing. Run a webinar. Hopefully, if you've got into the beta test, it's available, and I'll show you the link. For anyone who wants to get access to this there's still a couple of spots from what I can see, and I'll just pop up that link for you so it's on the screen. Basically, the system it's called Run a Webinar, and I'll get this up. runawebinar.com/sales. So if you go to that URL, this is the only place you can get access to Run a Webinar right now. And if you jump in today, you'll get access to this. This will probably be the only chance you'll have to get access chance to get access to this before next year. Certainly the only time you'll be able to get access to it at a one-off cost, and you'll be able to get through this link. Yeah, pretty cool. No worries, Colin. No worries. Can the viewers download the webinar replays, or is it restricted? Avi, you'll be able to download the webinar replays. I've got to check if that's added in there right now. I believe it is, but I've got to double check it. Right now you can get a URL, and I believe you can download the webinar replays. It will be in there soon, so you will be able to upload it or download them if it's not in there already. The developer works very fast, so I'm sure it'll be in there soon. Can we also provide access for our clients to run their own webinars? John, yes, you can. All right, yes, you will be able to with your particular beta testing packages, as long as you're managing the webinar for them. All right, yes, you will be able to. As long as you can't obviously provide them an account, but you can give them access to your account. Cool. No worries, Colin, and we'll talk again soon. Nelson, it's available right now. The developer right now is actually signing up the accounts that I sent them to him just before when he sent me the upgrade about the mobile. He's adding you into it right now, so you'll be able to start running webinars tonight if you wanted to. The software itself is ready. It just doesn't have all the features we want in it yet. So it is ready. It's ready to go. You're able to use it, and you can start running webinars right away. You don't have to wait until next year. It's ready now. Oh, Avi, no, the front-end users won't be able to. Sorry, I misread that. You, as a runner of the webinar, can download the webinars, but the users will not be able to. Those webinars will be restricted. And if you want, you can download the webinars, upload them into Vlydo, and you can actually use Vlydo and pop up an email autoresponder before people watch the webinar. So you're getting email people subscribing who find your webinar around the web, and no worries. And Wolfgang, yep, it's a one-off cost. It's going to be a monthly or a yearly next year, but right now this is a beta test. We need 2 more people to join the 10 that have come in, that are coming in on this webinar, and that's going to be part of you'll get a part of a Skype group, so we'll talk about that. You'll be able to use the webinar system right away, and what we're ideally looking for is people that are going to use this system and make it work and provide some great feedback to us about it that we can use when we actually launch it next year. Now, it's $197 for good, Nelson. So you don't have to worry about per year because you're getting in now as a beta tester. We need beta testers. We need you guys to come in here and help us to improve the software. It's important to us that happens. So your reward for doing that is that you don't have to pay anything else but a one-off cost. Do we control the resolution of the webinar replays? Dale, I don't believe you do right now. I have to look more closely at it. If you downloaded it and then you re-uploaded it, you could. But right now, I believe what's presented on the page is a converted version of the webinar that runs quite quickly. Yep, John, yes. Will users be able to comment like we can with GoToWebinar? Yes, you will. Yep, users will be able to. Brent, Vlydo is gone, it's down. So it's the launch is closed, so now it's going to a monthly cost. Wolfgang, the guys that did the recording webinar, I went through the system and I thought it was really cool. I think webinar replays are really cool, and if the users used as recording, I think they're really good. This is a live webinar platform, so it does open you up to a few more additional features. Basically, if you're running any sort of meeting, if you're running any sort of training, if you're doing any sort of call that needs to be live, like this one right here, like imagine if I had recorded this webinar and sent it out to you. I wouldn't have been able to answer the questions. I wouldn't have been able to find out what problems you were facing with Vlydo, or what questions you had about Vlydo. I wouldn't have been able to find out that and answer it. So there's definitely a need for live webinars in this business, and there's also a need for recording webinars. In a sales type webinar, I might use a recorded webinar because I can get my pitch correct and I can release it. I might use a recorded webinar, but for a webinar like this, where it's really important that I'm able to answer questions, obviously I want to be able to be on live, and you'll be able to do the same with this system, or anyone else who's a tester of run a webinar will be able to use this as well. Hey, no worries, Gerard. It'll be available next year, so hold out for that, and it'll be really quick. It'll be on Amazon hosting, and it'll be cool. So if you don't get in today, there will be another opportunity later on down the track. It won't be a one-off cost, it'll be a monthly or a yearly, but it'll still be a great deal and a great webinar platform to use. All right, cool. Well, that brings me to and if there's no more questions, John, there's no limit. No, there's no limit on the webinar system. All right, I'm just going to double check what spots are available. I think that might almost be it. I'm seeing one more spot left. Someone just got in. Someone just jumped in. So there's one more spot left right now. And Gareth, yep, no Google hosting, so no worries about delays. It's a quick system, and you won't have any problems that you'll have faced with Google hosting, and there's no limits. You know, what happens with Google Hangouts, unfortunately, is that when it gets overloaded, when like a lot of people are on, it gets really, really slow, and everyone gets really frustrated. So there's no problems about that. You know, it'll handle it. It's got the capability to do that quite easily, so it won't be any problem. And Ernest, you don't need to worry about bandwidth because we handle the hosting, so really easy. Awesome. Thanks, Avi, and looking forward to testing or being a part or having you as part of the beta group. It's going to be fantastic and a really good time. I can't wait to hear what you guys do with it, and I'm hoping that we can all have some really good success out of it. So coming next year, it'll be the main platform that people want to pick up. Do Vlydo playlists appear on mobile devices, or what would you recommend with sizing? Good question. Marius, are you still on the call? You've obviously tested all of this. So do the playlists play on mobile devices, and how do they show up? And do I need to unmute you? I can unmute you, I guess. Oh, one sec. All right, let me unmute you. Cool.
Hey, Sam.
Hello, there we are. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you're much more clear now.
It works.
What have you done?
It works. Yeah. Yes, about Vlydo. It works with playlist on mobile, but not very well right now. So we have to work more on this.
Cool. All right, no problem. What about improving video details into Vlydo from a database or CSV, CVS spreadsheet?
I'm not sure yet. We don't have this this feature request, but I think it's a great feature.
It's cool. Yeah, really cool. So something to write down maybe. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end. I think I've seen there's all the questions have come in. So I want to say, first of all, welcome to those people that are coming in to run a webinar. If you're a Vlydo customer, like everyone's a Vlydo customer on here, I wanted to say, first of all, a big thanks to Marius. I know he's put in a lot of hard work into the software, working with his development team over the last few months. So A big thanks to Marius for creating a software like Vlydo. It's going to make videos really easy for your websites, playlists really easy, and it's another service that you can use with your clients, which is really, really cool. And Dale, yes, they will. Yep, correct.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys, because you choose Vlydo, and I will not disappoint you. So stay close.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for coming on today. If you need any help and support, then you've got the help desk. It's in chat right now. I'll just send it out to you right now. This is the help desk to get help. If you need anything, please give us a message in there. We'll be able to help you from there. And if you've got in to run a webinar, really good to have you. And if you are looking at, there's still one more spot, so jump in, get access to that one last spot, and it'd be great to have you. And for those that are in, look out for an email coming to your inbox within the hour from me with your details. We've already got your details already sorted out, but I'm just going to send you a personal email to get a few more details from you for the test. So thanks again, and we look forward to talking with you again soon. Cool. All right. I'll see you later. And from Marius and I, we hope you have a good night or day wherever you are. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you guys.